Right, and that's why I think the Youth Force program is so beneficial for our kids, because it's there to motivate the kids. A lot of the kids come to our programs and they lack motivation. They're not encouraged enough, whether it's at home or at school or even by their teachers. And you'll be surprised by the things that they say. And of course, with the A.B.L.E program, in our assessment, like, we ask them certain questions, stuff like, you know, do you get along with your kids? Is it easy for you to make friends? Where do you rate your self-esteem from 1 to 10? You know, these are the things that we want to work with them on throughout the course of them being in the program. So, of course, we do a lot of follow-ups. We talk to them all the time. We motivate them. We push them, and we encourage them to feel like they matter. Of course, and that's why it's important that these enrichment activities that we do, and we keep them engaged on non-school days, early release days, so that that social aspect grows too. So we want them to build their social skills so that they don't feel less of a person, and they feel like they're wanted and appreciated by their peers. And it's amazing, because just the other day I was at my program and 2 girls were sitting and they were talking to each other. And the first day of the program, they were bickering with each other. But a couple weeks later, they were talking about slumber parties. And I'm like, do you guys know each other? Like, are you guys friends? And they were like, yes. Outside of this program, they were like, no, they wouldn't have even talked to each other outside of this program. So I think that's a beneficial factor that the Youth Force program has, because it builds friendships, and it makes kids go outside of themselves to meet people that they don't know. That would boost their self-esteem, because they probably don't have friends outside of programs and stuff like that. So I think that's a really good thing about the Youth Force program.
Yeah, I think it gives the youth a sense of belonging. You know, they have somewhere to go, a safe place to go, you know, create a family atmosphere.
And that also is really important, that safe place to go. A few months ago, we did a Choose Peace, Stop Violence rally, and we heard from parents of some teens, young, you know, middle school age kids, who had been killed after school, going to a friend's house where the other family had a gun, and one child decides to show the other one the gun, and boom, it goes off by accident, and their child is dead. And mom was like, I just wish that there had been some program where my child could have gone so that they would be safe. And so that's something that, you know, I really hope that we get to a place where we can grow these programs even larger throughout the county, because we see you all doing such great work. The kids are safe. They're getting homework assistance, right? You're all helping them with their academics, as well as the social skills, and addressing risky behaviors, understanding that.
Absolutely, and a point that you were making is every child does get an assessment at their intake, so we develop 3 to 4 goals, whether it's academic, social skills, self-esteem, to really work with that child, and also the family. We're able to provide case management services. So as to what you were saying before, it's not just this is an after-school program and that's it. It's a whole lot of different things that are really encompassing a lot of different opportunities for the child and the family. At Memorial Healthcare System, in conjunction with the CSC and other providers, we are doing what's called the 1E app, which is able to be a one-stop shop where families are coming in, they're bringing in their required documentation, and we're able to sit down with them and link them to WIC, to SNAP, to Medicaid, Kid Care. So at the end of the assessment, you know all of the different services that the family's eligible for. So we're getting families that are coming to us that might have had some legal issues before, or immigration status issues, but they feel really comfortable with our case managers to bring in that documentation, and they're actually able to begin to receive services. So we're very excited about this opportunity.
That's wonderful.
Great. I think, and case management, I think, is one of the most important parts of our program. You know, probably you guys all agree with the Youth Force program, and to really get to know the specific needs for each child and their family, which I think is great, and to really concentrate on certain goals to help these children succeed.
Yeah, because the children don't live in isolation. Each family is a system, and whatever that system, you know, wherever there are breakdowns, and there may not be any. I mean, They could be a perfectly stable family, and then they just get an after-school program that's helping with academics and the normal angst of adolescence. But if they need more, they can get more.
Right.
Definitely.
Because how can you succeed if your family is completely out of whack?
Right. I think that is a crucial part of the Youth Force program. You know, we had the most program for years, and then we had
Which
the
is,
lift.
just for those who are the maximizing out-of-school time, which is focusing on elementary school age
Correct.
kids.
Right, with special needs, and then we had the lift program.
For the older kids
Right.
who are transitioning
Maybe
to
that one.
adulthood. We love our acronyms over at CSC.
And so, you know, but we were capturing the youth in elementary age, and then we didn't have them for a while, and then we got them back in high school age. So the Youth Force is so nice, 'cause now we have them from elementary through age 22, when putting them into the, you know, the workforce. So we really get to know our families and each and every one of these kids. So it's pretty cool that there's all these services out there funded for these children.
And that's pretty cool, because if you're getting a child in at age 5 or 6
Yeah.
and you have them to 22, I'm
Right.
sure there are going to be a lot of outcomes that can be measured, and you can look
And
at
to
that.
watch them grow and succeed, it's pretty cool.
And you're also getting that, you know, they're not just staying in a bubble. You're
Right.
also helping them do some mainstream activities.
Right, because the schools they go to are all cluster sites, so for the deaf and hard of hearing. So no matter where they live in Broward County, they are bused to 3 schools: Tamarack Elementary, Seminole Middle School, or South Plantation High School. They can live from Coconut Creek to Miramar to Hollywood. So at these sites, they are, you know, some of them are mainstream, but some of them are within, you know, their deaf or hard of hearing peers. So we do try to build their confidence and lower they came to us very intimidated to participate in outside activities, extracurricular activities with their hearing peers. And so, but now we have kids on the soccer team and the basketball team, and so the
Doing
ROTC,
drama
at South.
Plantation.
That's all-
Oh my
yes.
God, that's
Their
amazing.
shows are amazing, and they're all interpreted, and if you guys have never been to their shows, you gotta go check them out.
Yeah, you have to go.
But it's very cool. So now we're seeing that they are getting more mainstreamed and doing these activities with their hearing peers, which is pretty cool.
And I love Urban League. I mean, you do such amazing work in the community, really hooking people together and staying with the families as well
Right.
in different ways.
Definitely. Because we have different programs within the agency itself, it gives us an advantage in a sense that we can keep the families within the agency. And of course, for the different things that we don't have or programs that we don't have, of course, we connect those to the outside resources as well. Because we have a lot of funders and a lot of, not funders, but a lot of companies that we partner with. So with that being said, we're able to help families with housing, with education in different aspects, with the health. For instance, if a parent, you know, is pregnant, we have the TOTS program. We have
TOTS?
the youth. TOTS. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a program developed for parents who are pregnant, and they're in the stages of planning for their pregnancy, getting prepared with the different classes and workshops on how to be a better parent, how to take care of a child, because of course, and it's the educational aspect of being a parent, because a lot of parents, of course, these days, they're not really getting the education behind being a successful parent, which is why we have the programs that we have now for those children. So we have, of course, like a workforce program. We have programs that are tailored towards helping families who are going through foreclosure. So within our agency, we have a lot of different programs that can help the children and their families as a whole.
The important thing is to ask for the help.
Right, definitely.
And Memorial is amazing. I mean, one of the things that blows me away about Memorial is that although it's a healthcare system, the leadership has taken the perspective that health is really just broader than physical health.
Absolutely. Memorial is very community-focused, community-based. We, like the Urban League, also have a lot of different programs. So if our children in Youth Force need more intensive family counseling, we have the Family Ties program, which is funded through the Children's Services Council. We have the Moms program. We have Healthy Start, Healthy Families. We have Diversion. We have the KISS program. So we have a lot of different programs just within our department at Memorial, and then we can also link families within the healthcare system for insurance needs as well.
So we have just a couple of minutes left. Any last thoughts for a parent of a middle school youth who wants some tips?
Keep them busy. You know, I think you have to keep them involved at school and in different activities, whether it's a city league or an after-school activity. You know, when they have the time to go home after school and sit around and walk around the neighborhood, I think that's when there's a lot of trouble to get into. But just to keep them involved in something will benefit them a lot.
Do you need any volunteers? Should we put a plea out there to the world for volunteers?
We can always use volunteers.
Okay, so make sure that they contact Hands on Broward, and that way it can get hooked up with all of you.
Definitely. Perfect.
Okay, and all of you are fabulous. You run great programs, and you're just a representative sampling because there are many other programs that are part of the Youth Force panoply of services. And I really hope that parents out there will look for those opportunities to get their children engaged. And, I think I mentioned to you earlier, the kids know when the people care about them, when it's real. And you all are very real. I understand why the young people love going to your programs. Thank you so much for joining us today and talking about this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank Kimberly, Irwin, Fabiola, Duncan, and Jamie Wood for talking to us about some of the engaging, cutting-edge programs that are being offered to middle school-age youth throughout Broward County. I've been your host, Cindy Arenberg-Seltzer, President and CEO of the Children's Services Council of Broward County, where our mission is to empower Broward's children to become responsible, productive adults, capable of realizing their full potential, their hopes, and their dreams. For copies of this program or any other episode of Future First, please call the Children's Services Council at 954-377-1000 or visit cscbroward.org. Like us on Facebook, and remember to join us next time on Future First, Focus on Broward's Children. Hello, I'm Cindy Arenberg-Seltzer, President and CEO of the Children's Services Council of Broward County. Did you know that the Children's Services Council is the largest funder of programs that serve children and families in Broward? And we are making a difference. 91% of children in our after-school and summer programs improve their reading skills. 96% of families in our family strengthening programs did not have a verified abuse report even 6 months after completing the program. And 93% of youth with special needs showed employability and job skills proficiency. Learn more about the Children's Services Council of Broward County and the impact of the programs we fund by visiting our website, www.cscbroward.org, or call 954-377-1000.